A magic night's day began before the sun had fully made up its mind to rise. There was always something that needed doing, and none of it waited politely. Floors had to be scrubbed, halls aired out, and laundry piled high enough to look like it might topple over and swallow someone whole. Asta threw himself into the work with his usual enthusiasm until disaster struck in the form of temptation. "No, absolutely not," he shouted, clasping his hands together as if praying for salvation. "My heart belongs to Sister Lily. I won't betray her for anyone." Someone shoved him aside and told him to move on. Next came tending the beasts kept around the base. Asta crouched, smiling brightly as he patted a snarling creature on the head. "Sit! Beastie! Good boy!" Yeah, that's it. The beast calmed, tail wagging, and Astar rewarded it with a treat. Moments later, he realized some of the animals looked at him less like a caretaker and more like breakfast. Even so, he fed them all, never once backing down. And then came the most terrifying duty of all. Captain Yami. Asta burst into the captain's room. "Captain! It's morning!" A murderous aura filled the air. "Shut up!" Yami growled from beneath his blanket. "Or I'll kill you!" "Yes, sir!" "Sorry, Asta snapped to attention, sweating bullets. "But you're the one who told me to wake you up every morning." Being a magic knight, Aosta learned quickly, also meant enduring the whims of an utterly unreasonable captain. The rest of the morning passed in back-breaking labor. Walls were repaired, rubble was cleared, things were broken, then fixed again, sometimes by the same person. By the time they sat down to eat, Asta slumped forward, exhausted. "So, what exactly does a Magic Knight squad do?" he asked aloud. Silence followed. Noel stared at him like he'd just confessed to being born yesterday. "Are you serious?" "Well, yeah." Asta said, honestly, "It kind of feels like what I did back at the church Nadis Kofido. We protect the kingdom. We keep people safe. It's the manliest job in the world." She folded her arms. "Why did you even join if you didn't know that?" "I just wanted to help people," Asta said quietly. Others chimed in, each given their own version. One bragged about beating criminals senseless without consequence. Another talked about earning money to spoil his little sister while threatening death to anyone who dared look at her. Someone else praised the food above all else, declaring that unlimited eating alone made the job worthwhile. Osta listened, eyes darting from one eccentric face to another. They were all strange, loud, unhinged. "What am I doing here?" he wondered. Are they all insane? Before he could dwell on it, the room shifted. Yami stood, suddenly serious, Magna beside him. "There's a mission!" Yami said. The atmosphere changed instantly. "A real mission." Asta stepped forward. "I'll come too." "No," Magna said flatly. "This one's for grown-ups." They left with casual goodbyes, as if heading out for a stroll rather than something dangerous. Asta watched them go, unease crawling up his spine. Whatever this mission was, it didn't feel normal. They returned later, battered but grinning. Turns out, the mission had been a poker game. Yami and Magna had gambled away everything. Their money, their belongings, even their dignity. And then, in a final, reckless wager, Yami had promised to do anything if they lost. They lost. Spectacularly. The price: clearing out a herd of monstrous boars, terrorizing Saucy Village. "And that," Yami said cheerfully, "is why you're going..." "What?" Osta blinked. You heard him, another member snapped. Do you seriously expect Captain Yami to clean up his own mess? Fair point. Yami shrugged. Either go or die. We'll go, Asta shouted instantly, fist raised. It's our first mission. Noel hesitated. Given that I can't fully control my magic, should I really be going? That's exactly why you should, Magna said. How else are you supposed to improve? He grinned. Relax. I'll keep an eye on you. Transportation became the next problem. Spatial magic couldn't help. They'd never been to Saucy Village. That left only one option. Brooms. I can't fly, Osta admitted. Magna nearly exploded. You can't fly. That's basic. I don't have magic. And I can't control mine, Noel added coolly. Magna sighed deeply. Fine, we'll ride together. He proudly unveiled his broom. Behold, crazy Cyclone Esta's eyes sparkled. That's amazing! It's lame, Noel said flatly. Magna clutched his chest in pain. Moments later, the three of them were airborne, clinging for dear life as Crazy Cyclone lurched and swayed through the sky. Hold on! Magna shouted. I am holding on! Asta yelled back. Watch where you put your hands, Noel snapped. Despite the chaos, laughter echoed through the air. Ahead, mist rolled in thick and heavy. Somewhere beyond it waited Saucy Village and the Boars. And perhaps the true beginning of what it meant to be a magic knight.